Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Straw. I am just going to have a quick video to review the rubric and a seed lab, just an example, just to make sure that you're doing this process with your own so you end up getting an A since this is a test grade. So if you go back to Google Classroom, you're going to see right here, September 22nd, Tuesday, I posted the seed lab rubric. So what I want you to do is to open that up so you can actually go through and make sure you have everything here so you get that check, you get those points. So let's go through one seed lab. So seed growth over time. Title is appropriate. I would include actually what you're testing here. So you're testing different liquids. That should be reflected in the title because it's supposed to summarize the entire paper. So here I would actually add something about what liquids you are testing with and how that affects seed growth over time. Problem, again, make sure that you have your problem here. It's done perfectly there. Now the background information on this rubric, it does say background information that you have something there, including background information right here by intro and hypothesis. All you had to do was list variables that affect seed growth, and we did that in class, so I'm not too worried about that. Materials, again, just making sure that you have your materials that you all use listed. And notice it says quantity. So here is a quantity. So you make sure that you have the quantity in which you used. So again, that is right here. Quantities of materials are included. So make sure you include everything from class that we did use. It may vary from group to group. Variables, again, you want to have variable identification, having those listed. That's really part of the experimental design. That's a lot of what is listed here. Your hypothesis should be testable, so it has to have something that I can test. So for this one, if you add soda to a plant, then it will grow taller than it would with water because it will give the plant some extra. So that is something testable. I can actually do that experiment. So right there, I went through experimental design and some others below. For procedures, make sure that your procedures are up to date. You included how you calculated the average. So measure the growth of the seed, add it to the data table, calculate the average. And you could even say below this, repeat for however many days you did and collected data. And I would even describe how you measured, like what were you measuring? The seed, was it the sprout? So be very specific so I'm able to recreate all parts of your experiment. So let's continue on. So for your experiment, this picture here, this should actually be moved by your procedures. And the reason for that is you're able to actually see the setup of the bags, because these steps can be somewhat confusing, so having that will be helpful for the final setup. Now, for your data table, it should look something like this, all updated. You should have your graph. We made that in class, and I'm going to upload a video in case you do not know how to do your graph. And notice for your results, it says graph includes labels, titles, keys, and a summary statement. You're actually supposed to have a statement below your graph to explain what you did and what the graph is telling us. So notice here, you have your summary statement. So don't forget your summary statement, then that basically includes everything here. The analysis or the conclusion, those are bullet points. Notice that. So you should make a paragraph statement. That's your analysis, your conclusion, hitting all of those points. Now I didn't check to make sure that all of this matches up. So just double check, did I hit all of the analysis parts of my conclusion? So what was the purpose of the experiment? Which first bullet point there, restate the hypothesis. That is not here, so you need to restate your hypothesis. Reject and your support, that is also on here. Refute or confirm. State the findings of your experiment, so use your results. Show me using numbers. Discuss errors in the experiment and then propose a new. So remember, that is not listed as a bullet point, so propose a new experiment. If you follow all those steps, check this rubric out. You will do very well. So good luck, get A's, have a great evening.